All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome out to our gentle yoga class, coming to you from my backyard today. So glad you guys are all here. We're going to start out on our yoga mats. We're going to come onto our backs to start. So make your way down onto your yoga mat, and we'll come onto our backs. So we have options here. So if you have a blanket, I'll go ahead and see if you guys can go ahead and grab onto your blanket. So this will probably be the only prop that we'll need today is a blanket. So if you have one, grab your blanket and then make your way to your yoga mat. Okay, so with that blanket, what we're going to do is we're going to take it, we're going to roll it up. So I've heard teachers say it's almost like a Tootsie Roll. So you just kind of roll it nice and tight. And what you're doing is you're making kind of like it's like a little cylinder type shape here. We're going to take that on our mat, so long ways on your mat. Take your seat all the way up to that blanket and lay down onto your blanket. Take your arms by your sides here, and so for your legs, you have options. You can come soles of your feet together, knees wide, or you can straighten out your legs. So with that, it's either in your Supta Baddha Konasana with the soles of your feet together and your knees wide. Or if that's feeling a little too much for your hips, you can straighten those legs out. Morning, Helen. All right, guys, so let's start to come into your breath here. Deep breaths in through your nose. Open your mouth with your exhale. Stay with that. Deep breath here. Fill up. Exhale. Open up. Take one more of those here. Deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth with your exhale. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and seal those lips. So deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Stay with that. Deep breaths in. Long breaths out. And so we're going to come into our 10-second breath count here. So if you're not familiar with that, deep breath in through your nose. Count to 4. Hold at the top for 2. Long breath out through your nose, count to 4. Total of 10 seconds. Stay with it. Deep breath in, count to 4. Hold at the top for 2. Long breath out, count to 4. We'll stay here for a few more moments, really focusing on that 10-second breath count. And with each exhale, imagine in your body relaxing down just a little bit more. Just taking these breaths here, focusing on letting everything else go. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. So when you finish your next exhale, start to bring some small movements in here. So maybe start to wiggle those fingers. Straighten out your legs if you're still in that Baddha Konasana. When you're ready, plant the soles of your feet on your mat. Roll to one side. Just kind of take a moment here to curl up. And when you're ready, nice and easy, we're going to press ourselves up to our seat. So come up onto your seat on your yoga mat. And if you're using that blanket, go ahead and keep that blanket there. What you can do is you can actually sit onto that blanket. So this will give yourself a little bit more padding underneath your seat. It's also going to help to elevate your hips up over those knees. So hips up over those knees helps you to keep a really, really long spine. So sit up nice and tall here, hands to your knees. Roll your shoulders down your back. Think get a little taller through the crown of your head. We're going to start this morning with some torso rotation, so make circles here. So think initiate this movement from the base of your spine. Okay, so finish your next rotation. Come back through center. Find that length in your spine. Roll your shoulders down your back. Let's go other direction, so opposite direction. And again, think and initiate this movement from the base of your spine. Just making circles. Still kind of feeling things out this morning. So let's take a couple more here. Finish your next one. Back through that neutral spine. Shoulders roll down your back. This time, sweep your arms up high. Take a full breath in. With your exhale, take your right fingertips down by your side. Left arm up and over. Feel that side stretch here. Inhale, reach up through center. Exhale, other side. Left fingertips down, right arm up and over. Take a deep breath in, back through center. Then exhale with that side bend. So follow your own breath pace here. Inhale through center. Then exhale to the side. If it feels good, maybe even take a couple of breaths as you land into that side bend. Really feeling the whole side of your body stretch. And let's all do one more on each side. When you finish your second side, come back through a neutral spine, hands to those knees. Yes, guys. So we're going to go with our seated cows and cats now. So seated cows and cats. I'll show you guys the first round. So if you're cow pose, what you're going to do is you're going to draw your shoulder blades. So draw your shoulders back. Shoulder blades come together. Chest reaches forward. You're looking up slightly. That's your cat pose. Sorry, that's your cow pose. Or your cat pose. You're going to hollow your back out. Round your shoulders forward. Tuck your chin to your chest. So follow your own breath pace here. Inhale to your cow. Shoulders draw back. Heart lifts. Look up. Exhale. Hollow out. Tuck your chin. Shoulders drawn forward for your cat pose. So inhale to that cow. And exhale to your cat. Just follow your breath here. Inhale with that cow. And exhale with your cat. Stay here for a couple more rounds. So when you finish your second round, back through that neutral spine. Neutral spine. Take a deep breath in. Reach your arms up high. With your exhale, take your left hand to your right knee. Right arm stays high, reaches back behind your seat. So think, kind of come up onto your right fingertips here. Sit up just a little taller. And then look over your right shoulder. Take a full breath here. With your exhale, start to untwist. Arms reach out through center. Take a full inhale. With your exhale, take your right hand to your left knee. Left arm stays high, reaches back behind your seat. So kind of come up onto your fingertips here. Sit up just a little taller, and then look over your left shoulder. So we're twisting to our left here. Take one more breath. With your exhale, start to untwist. Back through center. Nice, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way to our hands and knees now. So hands and knees. You can swing those knees around back. And if you got your blanket here, I'm just going to use that blanket, okay? So what you do is you can take your blanket up underneath your knees. That's going to give yourself a little bit more padding for those knees. Totally recommend that. Once you get here, we're coming to our neutral tabletop. So we're going to set it up. We want to stack joints here. So our shoulders are stacked over our wrists. Our hips are stacked over our knees. You got a nice flat back here. So look right in between your hands. Keep your gaze there. Start to spread your fingers wide. Feel each one of your fingertips press into your yoga mat. And that's the engagement you want to keep. Anytime you have your hands press flat onto your mat, just really spread those fingers. Feel your fingertips press down. Keep that. We're going to go with our cows and our cats from our tabletop. So follow your breath pace here. Inhale to your cow pose. Belly drops, heart lifts. Exhale, hollow out. Tuck your chin to your cat pose. Follow your breath. Inhale to your cow. And exhale to your cat. Let's go. So this is the second time through with these cows and cats. So if it feels good, maybe start to bring some other movements in here. So that might mean let your hips move side to side as you work through your cows and your cats. Or maybe rocking back and forth on your wrists. So kind of filling things out. Nice. So finish your next set of movements. Coming back through neutral with that tabletop. So find neutral. We're going to come into our puppy pose from here. So puppy pose is a lot like our child's pose, but we keep our hips stacked over our knees the whole time. So think, hips stay high. What you're going to do is you're going to start to walk your hands forward. Reach forward. You're working your chest towards your yoga mat. When you find your edge here, let your forehead come down. So puppy pose here. You can almost think of it as like a dog taking a stretch as they walk their paws forward. Getting lean in your spine, stretching those shoulders out. Nice. Take one more breath here. With your exhale, start to walk your hands back to your neutral tabletop. So find neutral again. Nice. From here, we're going to reach our right leg back. So come to the ball of your right foot. So on your toes. You're just going to take some rocks here, back and forth, on your right toes. So you should feel a pretty good stretch for your right calf as you take these rocks. Okay, so let's take a couple more rocks here. You finish your second rock. Check. Make sure your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. So shoulders over those wrists. And then lift your right leg up. So point your toes down towards your yoga mat. Think square those hips up. So square hips. Stay right here. Really focus on the engagement with your palms. Or reach your left arm forward. Thumb points up. So it's all about your core here. Keep it nice and tight. Lengthen out. Take a full breath in. With your exhale, left hand to your mat. Right knee to your mat. Drop your hips side to side. Just kind of let it loose. All right, so when you're ready, back through neutral again. So neutral with that tabletop. Left leg reaches back. So you're coming to your toes to start. We'll take those rocks back and forth. So you're feeling that left calf start to get a little stretched now. Nice, so let's take 2 more rocks. You finish that second rock. Back through neutral, so shoulders over those wrists. Once you feel stacked, lift your left leg up. So think point your left toes down towards your yoga mat. Square those hips up. Stay right here. Focus on the engagement with your hands, with your palms. Press it down. Or reach your right arm forward. Thumb points up. So you can imagine you have a string tied to your right fingertips, tied to your left foot, pulling in opposite directions. Stay here for a full breath. With your exhale, take your right hand down, left knee comes to your mat. Only going to drop those hips side to side again. Let it loose. Nice, guys. So from here, we're going to make our way to our downward facing dog. So we're going to come into our downward facing dog. I personally like to go ahead and move my blanket. So if you want to, you can go ahead and set that blanket to the side. And then when you're ready to come into your downward facing dog, walk your hands forward towards the front of your mat. Hands shoulder distance apart. Spread those fingers wide. Keep that. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Nice. So we'll take a few moments here to set this downward facing dog up. So we're starting out with those palms again. We already did shoulder distance apart with our hands. But take a look. Make sure your hands are shoulder distance apart. Fingers spread wide. And then index fingers are parallel to each other. So that might mean to rotate your wrists out just a little bit. With that, take your gaze in between your feet. So you're looking right there. And keep it there the whole time. Feet hip distance apart. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Press your chest back towards your thighs. So you should feel the crown of your head get a little closer to your yoga mat. And then straighten those legs. Heels reach down towards your mat. And it's okay if they don't reach all the way down, just in that direction. Pedal your feet. Walk your dog out. Yes, guys, we'll take in 2 more breaths here. Take 1 more full breath in. And with your exhale, walk your feet forward to your hands. Make your way to the front of your mat as easy as you can get there. We're going to come into a forward fold. So you want to take your feet wide on your mat. So feet go wide. Not quite as wide as your mat, but almost. So it's a little bit past hip distance apart. Start to fold forward. Put a big enough bend in your knees. You can touch your torso to your thighs. Once you feel that connection, head and neck hang down. And then hold on to your opposite elbows. So picture your hips pressing up towards your ceiling. That's going to bring engagement to the backs of your legs, hamstrings and glutes. And if it feels good, start to rock side to side, but keep that engagement. So let's take a couple more breaths here. One more deep breath in. And with your exhale, release your elbows, fingertips to your mat. And we're still at the front of our mat here, but I'm going to face you guys. It'll be a little easier to see me. So from here, fingertips down, feet together. Take a deep breath in, roll up, reach up, look up. And with your exhale, forward fold, slide bend in your knees, hinge at the hips. And let's do that again. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we're going to take our halfway lift here, long spine. So you got your fingertips to your shins. Crown of your head reaches forward. Your hips are pressing back. Nice flat back here, look straight down. Take a full breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift again, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. Interlace your fingers up, overhead, release your index finger and your thumb. Take a side bend to the right. So crescent bends here. Think, hug your biceps towards your ears. Press your hips forward just a little bit. Take a full breath. Exhale back through center. We'll go other side here. So to the left. Crescent bend. Hug your biceps towards your ears. Reach a little further. And then press your hips forward just a little bit. Full breath. Exhale back through center. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Then exhale, fold. Nice, guys. So we're going to plant our fingertips here. Step your left leg back. So you're coming to the ball of your left foot. This is your runner's lunge. So you're on your fingertips. Take a look at your feet. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. So it's like you're on skis here and not on a balance beam. And you're on the ball of that back left foot. Start to rock back and forth on those toes. So you can think of it kind of like a runner that's about to start sprinting. This is your runner's lunge. And if it feels good, you can even take circles with that right hip as you rock back and forth. Just kind of feeling things out. So let's take 2 more rocks here. You finish that second rock. Make sure your right knee is over your right ankle. And then we're going to let our left knee come all the way down to our mat. All right, so this is the time. You go ahead and grab that blanket again. You can take it underneath your left knee just to give yourself a bit more padding. So once you find that, we're gonna set this pose up. This is our low lunge. So we're gonna stack joints here. We want our shoulders stacked over our hips. Our hips are right over that back left knee. So nice and stacked, upright with your torso. Check. Make sure your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. So once you find that, then press the sole of your right foot down into your yoga mat. Press your left knee down into hopefully your blanket there. Draw both of those points together. So sole of your right foot down and in, left knee down and in. So it's that kind of motion here. What's going to do is going to help you to tuck your tailbone under. That's how you get a better stretch for your left hip flexor. So try to keep that the whole time you're in your low lunge. From here, we're going to take a deep breath in and reach your arms up high. With your exhale, take your arms by your sides, palms face forward. So stay right here. Or you can interlace your fingers at your low back. So if you're taking that by, first work to straighten out those arms. Heart reaches forward. Then think pressure knuckles towards the back edge of your mat. Still feel that tailbone tuck. Here we go. Let's all take one more breath here. With your exhale, release that bind with your hands. If you had it, right heel. You're lifting your right toes up, and you point your toes up towards the ceiling, even back towards your body just a little bit. That's going to bring flexion to your foot. With that, press your right heel down into your yoga mat. You should feel your right leg get a lot more engaged. We're going to take a halfway lift here, long spine. With your exhale, fold forward over your right leg. So this is your half splits pose. It's isolating the stretch in your right hamstring. Just focus on the crown of your head. Reach it forward towards the front of your yoga mat. So stay with your breath. It can be a pretty deep stretch. So focus on your inhales and your exhales. We'll take a couple more breaths here. Okay, so with your next exhale, start to put that bend back into your right knee. Take both hands, frame that right foot. Tuck your back left toes under, lift your left knee up. So we're back to that runner's lunge. All right, so key here is to squeeze your thighs together. So inner thighs squeeze together. When you're ready, left foot steps forward to reach your right foot. Front of your mat here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. And with your exhale, hands to your heart center. Nice job, guys. So we're going to go with that sequence on our other side. So when you're ready, we're at the front of our mat. Feet together. Inhale, reach your arms up high. With your exhale, fold forward. Plant through your fingertips. Step your right foot back this time. Runner's lunge. Nice. So check. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. So feet hip distance apart. So it's like they're on skis and not on a balance beam. With that, you're on the ball of your back right foot. Start to take those rocks back and forth. As you get into your left hip here. And as you go, maybe even take those circles with that hip. Nice, so we'll take a couple more here. And when you finish your second one, check. Make sure your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. We're going to let our right knee come all the way down. All right, so this is that time you go ahead and grab that blanket again. You can take it. Take it underneath your right knee. All right, so this is our low lunge here. We're going to set this side up. So shoulders stack over your hips. And your hips are right over that right knee. So stay nice and stacked, nice and upright. Make sure your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. So that might mean to lengthen out with that left foot just a little bit. Once you feel that, we're going to come with that tailbone tuck. So find that engagement. Press down through the sole of your left foot. Press down through your right knee. Draw both of those contact points towards each other. You'll feel that tailbone tuck underneath, but you'll also feel your right hip flexor get a deeper stretch with that. So try to keep that the whole time. Arms reach up, full breath here. Exhale, arms by your sides, palms face forward. Stay right here if you want to. You can interlace your fingers at your low back. So first working to straighten out those arms. Then think press your knuckles back towards the back edge of your mat. Heart lifts up. Here we go. One more breath. With your exhale, release that bind. Take both hands down. Frame your left foot. You can even come up onto your fingertips here. If you have blocks too, you can take your hands to blocks. It can make this pose a lot more accessible. We're going to do those. We're going to come up onto our left heel. So you're lifting those left toes up, pointing them up towards the ceiling, and then back towards your body. That's going to bring flexion. Think, press your left heel forward and down into your yoga mat. Keep that. Take an inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Nice, guys. So there's nothing wrong with this pose to have a slight bend into your left knee. You can see here, I got a pretty decent sized bend. But as long as you keep flexion with that foot, point those toes back, pressing your heel down, and then reaching the crown of your head forward, you're going to get plenty of a stretch here. Isolate your left hamstring. Remember, just to breathe. Focus on those inhales and your exhales. Here we go, 2 more breaths. Nice, so with your next exhale, start to put that bend into your left knee. Take both hands down, frame your left foot. When you're ready, tuck your back right toes under, lift your right knee up. Runner's lunge here. Then squeeze your inner thighs together. With that engagement, right foot steps forward to meet your left foot. Front of your mat here, halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. With your exhale, hands to our heart center. Nice, guys. So we made it to our balancing sequence of our class this morning. So we're going to take one balancing pose, and then we're going to take it down onto our mats. We're going to stay on our mats the rest of the time. So the balancing pose we're going to do this morning is going to be our tree pose. So we're going to start out balancing on our left leg. So left leg is your base leg here. We got options for that tree pose. You can come to your right toes, right heel, to your left calf. So that's your first option. Second option is sole your right foot to your left calf. Third option is you can take your right hand, hold on to your right ankle, and then draw your foot, sole your right foot to the inner part of your left thigh. Okay, so any of those 3 options here, you just don't want to be pressed into your knee joint. Nice, so feel free to stay right here, hands at your heart center, or you can grow your tree. Let's take one more breath here. With your exhale, hands to your heart center. Step your right foot down. Shake those legs out just a little bit. Nice, let it loose. When you're ready, we'll go other side here. So we got our kickstand. So kickstand is your left toes on your mat. Left heel to your right calf. Or you can come up, sole your left foot to your right calf. Third option is to take your left hand to your left ankle. Draw the sole of your foot up to the inner part of your right thigh. So that's above your knee joint. So you want to be above your knee joint or below your knee joint. So with that, you can stay hands to your heart center, or you can grow your tree. Let's take one more breath in. And with your exhale, hands to your heart center. Step your left foot down. Shake those legs out just a little bit. Nice. So when you're ready, you're just going to make your way down onto your seat and then come onto your back. So nice and easy. Cross those legs. Roll down. Roll onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest here. Just kind of feel that squeeze. And if it feels good, you can even rock a little side to side. Feeling your spine massage down into your yoga mat. Thanks, guys. From here, let's let the soles of our feet come all the way down to our yoga mat. We're going to come into our bridge pose from here. So bridge pose, we have options. You can either grip onto the edges of your mat. So you're just grabbing onto the edges of your mat. You can think you're pulling the edges of your mat away from each other, almost like you're trying to rip them away from each other. Start to walk your shoulder blades in. So inch them in on your back. Press your arms down as you lift your hips up high. Second option is you can take that interlace at your low back. So either one of those. Think press your hips up towards the ceiling. Picture you have a beach ball in between your knees, and you're squeezing that beach ball in. Nice, take one more breath here. Let your exhale slowly roll down. Release that band if you have it. Drop both knees side to side. Windshield wipe out. Because when you're ready, back through center, we'll take one more of those here. So find that bridge pose. So either grip onto the edges of your mat, or you can take that interlace at your low back. Either one of those, shoulder blades, walk in, hips press up towards the ceiling. Next, you want to think, squeeze everything tight. Hips lift up just a little higher. Chin a little closer to your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower down, nice and slow. Release that bond with your hands if you haven't. Drop those knees side to side. Windshield wipe out. So when you're ready, knees back through center. We're going to come into our Supta Baddha Konasana. So it's right where we started at the beginning of class. So knees wide. Soles your feet come together. But this time, take your left hand to your heart. Right hand to your low belly. We're going to take some belly breaths here together. So think deep breath in through your nose. Fill your belly up with air. Long breath out. Empty it out. Just like that. Deep breath in. Fill your belly up like a balloon. Then exhale. Empty it out. So I'll take one more of those. Then with that exhale, take your hands outside edges of your knees. Slowly draw up your knees through center. Hug your knees into your chest. We're going to do this. We're going to start to rock ourselves forwards and back. Just take a moment here. Kind of rock yourself up to your seat. Another option is you can always roll to your side and then press yourselves up, hands and knees, and then come to your seat on your yoga mat. Nice, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of forward folds here. First one we're going to do is we're going to take our legs long on our mat. So legs long on your mat. Take the sole of your left foot to the inner part of your right thigh. And what we want you guys to do is to use your yoga mat to set this pose up. So you want to take your body to a 90-degree angle. And so what you want to do is have your right leg parallel to the right edge of your mat. So your right leg is parallel to the right edge of your mat. Your left leg, so the top of your leg, right where your quadricep is parallel to the back edge of your mat. So that takes your body into a 90-degree angle, and your chest should be pointed towards the front left corner of your mat. So once you feel that, turn so that your chest, your shoulders are square over your right leg. You should feel like you're into a bit of a twist here. So if you feel like you're twisted, you're doing it right. Take a deep breath in. Reach your arms up high. With your exhale, start to fold forward over your right leg. And just find a spot to hold on to. So it might be onto that right foot, ankle, or even more towards your calf or shin. All right, so if you don't feel like you're into a twist, you don't feel a side stretch here too, then you know that your body's not at a 90-degree angle. So feel free to make any changes you need to. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale, halfway lift, your heart reaches forward. Exhale, fold forward over that right leg again. So you should feel the left side of your body, so kind of underneath your left armpit, the whole left side of your body stretching here, and then you're getting your right hamstring too. Nice, take one more breath here. With your exhale, start to roll your torso back up. Straighten your left leg out. Shake your legs out just a little bit. Kind of let it loose. It's good. So when you're ready, we're going to take your right foot up into place. So sole your right foot comes to the inner part of your left thigh, almost like you're coming to your tree pose. It's like a seated tree pose, right? We're going to get that hamstring stretch though. So take a moment to set up. You want your body in that 90-degree angle. So your left leg is parallel to the left edge of your mat. So that long left edge of your mat. Left leg is parallel to it. Your right thigh, so kind of where your right quadricep is, the top of your right leg is parallel to the back edge of your mat. With that, you should have your chest pointed, just naturally points towards the front right corner of your mat. Once you feel that, turn your torso so your chest and shoulders are stacked over your left leg. So it should feel like you're having to twist a little bit to do that. And then with that, take a deep breath in and reach your arms up high. And with your exhale, fold forward over your left leg. And so just kind of find that spot to hold on to it. So it might be onto your left foot, ankle, or even more towards your shin and calf area. But once you find that spot, take an inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Then exhale, fold forward again. So this is isolating your left hamstring. But since you're twisting, you're also getting that right side of your body stretching too. So take one more breath here. With your exhale, start to roll your torso back upright. Straighten out your right leg. Shake those legs out just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do one more forward fold here. So this is just our regular seated forward fold. But I'll invite you guys to do is to grab onto your blankets again. So grab onto those blankets or onto your blanket and place it on your thighs here. So what this is going to do is it's going to elevate that surface area for your thighs. It's going to help us to really connect our torso to those thighs here. So with that, put a bend into your knees. So slide bend into your knees. Point your toes back towards your body. That's going to bring flexion into your feet. Take your arms by your sides. So you just kind of come up onto your fingertips here. Sit up as tall as you can. So your heart reaches forward. You got a long, long spine. With that, sweep your arms up. Full inhale. Exhale, start to fold forward. Connect your torso to your blankets. And then hold on. So if you can grab onto your feet, do that. Ankles or shins. Halfway lift. And then fold forward again. Nice. So if you can keep your chest connected to that blanket, you can start to straighten out your legs a bit. But keep that contact point. Crown of your head, reaching forward. Take one more breath here. With your exhale, start to roll your torso back up. We go ahead and set that blanket back to the side. We're going to make our way back to our back. So roll back onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. And we're going to come into our happy baby pose from here. So grab the outside edges of the soles of your feet. Now if that's not feeling too good this morning, you can hold on to your big toes, ankle, shins, even onto your thighs here. You just want the soles of your feet pointed up. Knees open to the side a bit. Okay, so if it feels good, maybe start to take some rocks. Side to side. Happy baby pose. So if there's another inversion you want to practice this morning, feel free to come into it now. So that might mean Viparita Karani. And if you have your blanket, you can use that blanket. Set it underneath those hips as you elevate your hips up, as you lift your legs. Really, any inversion you want to practice, as long as you're staying safe and you keep your legs elevated above your heart. We'll spend a few breaths here in this inversion. Let's take a couple more breaths here. So with your next exhale, whatever inversion you're in, slowly let the soles of your feet return to your yoga mat. Remove your blanket here if you need to. We're going to go into our figure four stretch from here. So cross your right leg over. So right leg crosses over. Take your right hand, kind of press into your right knee. You're drawing your right knee forward towards the front of your mat. And that might feel like enough stretch. Or if you want to take it deeper, you can interlace your fingers behind your left leg, drawing everything down towards your chest. So come back to your breath again here. Deep breaths in. Long breaths out. Well, let's take a couple more breaths. Take one more full inhale. And with your exhale, release that bond if you have it. Slowly let the sole of your right foot return to sole of your left foot, return to your yoga mat. Take your right hand outside edge of the sole of your right foot. We're coming half happy baby right side. So what you can do is you can keep the sole of your left foot planted on your yoga mat, just like I have here. Or you can start to straighten out your left leg. So the more you get that left leg straight, the more intense this will feel. So really as deep as you want to take it. Take one more breath here. With your exhale, release the sole of your right foot. Take both hands, hug your right knee into your chest. And when you're ready, take your left hand, outside edge, up your right knee. Draw your right knee across your body. Twist into your left here. So you can kind of roll over onto your left hip. And then take your gaze over your right shoulder. Just take one more breath in. And with your exhale, start to untwist. Back through center. Soles your feet to your yoga mat. We'll go figure four, left side. So left leg crosses over. So flexion with that foot. So point your left toes towards your left knee. Keep that the whole time. Take your left hand to your left knee. Start to draw it forward. And that might feel like enough stretch. But if you want to take it deeper, interlace your fingers behind your right leg. Still keep flexion in that foot though. Draw everything towards your chest. So stay with your breath. Breathing into the stretch. We'll take a few more breaths here. So when you finish your next exhale, if you have that bind, release your bind. Let's all lift the sole of our right foot. Return to our yoga mat if it's lifted. Then you'll take your left hand for the outside edge of the sole of your left foot. Hop, happy baby left side. So kind of feel this opening here. You can keep the sole of your right foot planted on your mat, or you can start to straighten out your right leg. So really, anywhere in between. So take one more breath here. With your exhale, release the sole of your left foot. Take both hands, hug your left knee into your chest. When you're ready, we'll take that twist to our right. So right hand, outside edge of your left knee, draw it across your body. Twist in to your right. So you can roll over into your right hip here. And then take your gaze over your left shoulder. Let's take one more full breath here. With your exhale, start to untwist. Nice, so both soles of your feet to your yoga mat. What we're going to do is we're going to walk the soles of our feet as wide as our mat. So walk them out as wide as your mat. Keep your feet just where they're at. Take your arms side to your side. Drop both knees to the right. So this is your double diamond twist here. And what you can do is you can take your right ankle on top of your left knee. Draw your left knee forward and down towards the front of your mat. So feel the stretch in your left hip flexor on the side. Front of that left hip. Let's take one more breath here. With your exhale, start to untwist. Uncross that leg if it was crossed. We'll go other side here. So, soles of your feet. Walk as wide as your mat. Keep them right there. Drop both knees to the left this time. Nice. So this is your double diamond twist. You kind of make diamonds with your legs. That's what they call it that. So you take your left ankle on top of your right knee this time. Just an option though. If you're taking it, drawing your knee forward and down towards the front of your yoga mat. You'll get this stretch in your right hip flexor. So front of that right hip. Nice. Take one more breath here. And with your exhale, start to untwist. Uncross that leg if it's crossed. All right, so good. So feel free to take any final movements you like to here. Any final movements, completing your yoga practice. And when you're ready, legs long on your mat. Arms by your sides, palms spaced up. So this is our traditional Shavasana position, but if there's another position that you're a bit more comfortable in, feel free to take it now. So that might be legs up the wall. Take it any props here you like to. Let's get nice and comfortable. And when you're ready, close your eyes. Start to let everything get heavy. Sinking down into your yoga mat. Take a deep breath here, fill up all the way. Exhale, open up. Shavasana. Stay here as long as you want to. But when you're ready, slowly start to deepen your breath. Wiggling your fingers. Wiggling your toes. And feel free to reach your arms up overhead. Take one final stretch. When you're ready, plant the soles of your feet on your yoga mat. Roll to your side. Let's take a moment here to curl up. And with your eyes still closed and your body at ease, slowly press yourself up to your seat. Nice, guys. So nice, easy cross-legged seat. Roll your shoulders down your back. Get a little tall through the crown of your head. Close your eyes. And let's take our hands to our heart center here. We'll close our practice this morning, taking a couple of deep breaths together. So empty out all your air. Full breath in. And out. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Thumb tips come to our forward center. And with gratitude for this practice, namaste. All right, guys, thank you all so much for coming out and sharing your yoga practice with us. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment, shoot me a message, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.